Welcome back to the Unapologetic MidLife podcast, the space where we strip away the shoulds and get real about the messy, beautiful, complicated truth of midlife. I'm your host, Mindi Lobuzzetta. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, mom, two-time cancer survivor, and unapologetic advocate for women stepping into their power. Today's show, we are diving into a topic that so many women are living through, but so few are actually talking about: parenting while navigating perimenopause. So if you're exhausted, overstimulated, overwhelmed, or wondering why your patience has vanished into thin air, you are not alone. And this episode is for you. But a reminder, this podcast is for educational purposes only and does not provide medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with a qualified medical professional, mental health provider, or hormone specialist regarding your specific health needs. So it's no secret that many of us are having children later. We're building careers, going back to school, pursuing stability, and chasing our dreams before deciding to start a family. And there is zero shame in that. I became a mom later in life myself, and honestly, it was the best thing for me and for my children. I had to grow up, I had to heal, I had to evolve, and this helped me to be the mother that I wanted to be. But here's the very real part that nobody warns you about. We're becoming mothers later, right at the same time that our hormones are deciding to take a permanent vacation. Perimenopause plus parenting equals a mental and emotional circus. Perimenopause is basically puberty in reverse. The mood swings, the sleep issues, the night sweats, the irritability, the weight fluctuations, because that's a blast, and the kind of overstimulation that makes you want to hide in a dark room with noise-canceling headphones. And then we add infants, toddlers, little kids, or teenagers with their own hormones, needs, emotions, chaos, and development. It is literally a recipe for disaster. And yet we expect ourselves to just handle it. Parenting in perimenopause, well, it's next level. Let's get something straight. Parenting is the hardest thing I have ever done. I have survived cancer, not once, but twice. But parenting, it requires a different kind of stamina, a soul stamina. And it's not because our kids are doing anything wrong. I mean, they're just being kids. They're doing what they're kind of supposed to do, which is be kids and mess up. It's not a lack of gratitude. It's not that we don't love them. It's not anything that they're specifically doing. It's the collision of hormonal instability, chronic exhaustion, mental overstimulation, poor sleep, overstimulation, especially wild sensitivity to sound and noise levels. It's lower patience. We have stress response changes caused by declining estrogen. Kids needing things 24/7. It's like it never ends. This is the raw, real, messy part of motherhood that nobody warned us about and that too many women feel ashamed to talk about. If you are resonating with this, keep listening. You're not failing. You're not broken. You're in a biologically intense phase of life. And it's okay to say it's hard because simply it is. Why does perimenopause make everything feel harder? Let's talk about science for a minute, because understanding what's happening changes everything. During perimenopause, estrogen fluctuates wildly. Progesterone drops, and your testosterone drops too. Stress tolerance shrinks. Brain fog makes executive functioning harder. Executive functioning, that area of the brain where the logic, the reason comes in. Yeah, hormones impact that. Estrogen is a buffer. It cushions our nervous system. It stabilizes mood. It improves resilience. It helps us adapt to stress. And when estrogen drops, that buffer disappears and everything feels louder, heavier, and more emotionally intense. So when your toddler is screaming, when your kids are fighting and a teenager slams a door, when the house is a mess, when someone says, "Mom," for the 500th time, I know you know what I'm talking about. Your brain isn't just irritated, it's overstimulated at a whole new biological level. You're not crazy and you are not overreacting. Your hormones are shifting and your nervous system is responding. And this is perimenopause. The dramatic shifts and changes leave us wondering basically what the hell just happened. Here's the truth women hate hearing. We have to make space for ourselves, even when it feels impossible. Because what's the first thing to go when motherhood and perimenopause collide? Self-care. We stop going to the gym. We miss out on time with our girlfriends. We don't make time for that walk that we know we love. The shower without someone yelling through the door. Time alone. Do we even remember what that is? The things that help us feel grounded and sane. Those are the first things to go. But here's the hard truth. If you don't make time to de-stress and downregulate, your body will make time for you. Through burnout, anxiety, depression, immune issues, or complete emotional shutdown. So what can we do to change this? We have a lot of options and we have to get back to the basics. We have to start with small things. What small things? Well, maybe it comes down to this. I don't have much time, but maybe I can take that 10-minute walk outside, or I can run up and down the stairs a couple minutes to get my blood flowing. Maybe it's strength training twice a week. And if that feels like too much, start with once and build up to the desired days. Take that yoga class or that Pilates class. Listen to a podcast alone in your car or simply enjoy the silence and just breathe. Ask your partner for one interrupted hour. Meet with a girlfriend for coffee or schedule a dinner with a friend and put it on the calendar. You could also maybe go to bed earlier. A full night's rest sets you up for optimization the following day. Say no more often. It is okay to not put too much on your plate. Self-care in perimenopause is not a luxury. It's a survival skill. We literally need self-care to help us function and be the best version of ourselves. You have options. Perimenopause is not something you have to white knuckle through. Know that there is help if you are struggling in perimenopause. You can talk to your primary medical doctor, a functional medicine provider. Find a provider who understands and listens to your concerns. You could talk to a menopause-informed OB/GYN. Some are well-informed and some are not. You will not know, though, until you talk to them. They can't understand what is going on with you unless you start the conversation and share your concerns with them. Remember, these changes can be subtle, but very disruptive in your life. So again, you're not crazy. They're happening, and you're more aware of it than you think you are. Hormone replacement therapy, which is prescribed by a medical doctor or nurse practitioner. You can also take some supplements that support sleep and energy. Therapy is also a great option. It's an unbiased place to get feedback, where you can grow, and a place to let it all out. There also may be support groups. There are definitely other women who are going through what you're going through, and you are certainly not alone. Lifestyle changes that regulate your nervous system. Make changes in your life that better fit this stage of life. This can include better sleep hygiene, nutritional changes, choosing to not drink alcohol. But remember, exercise is also another option. Exercise, move your body. Regular movement and weight training can be life-changing for your mental health. And it's a bonus that it helps you physically feel strong and helps you feel more capable and comfortable in your own body. There is no one size fits all for perimenopause. It is all about your symptoms and your personal choices to help you feel more like yourself again. This is all so important when we are raising kids. Self-care is not selfish. It helps you to optimize and be a better mother. It's putting your oxygen mask on first, then placing it on your child. You cannot fill from an empty cup. If someone dismisses your symptoms, find a different provider. This was the best advice I ever got from a doctor. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to do your own research providers, research symptoms, learn about what is going on with your body. Do not be afraid to ask questions. This is your lifeline, and you should be asking the questions. You deserve to feel better, and you have options, and you deserve to have access to those options. Here's the part we often forget. So many things can be true at once. Even in the hardest phases of life, there are plenty of moments that matter. Perimenopause doesn't erase your love for your children or your child, your intentions to be a good mom, your patient, even when it's hanging on by the smallest amount, your desire to show up and be present with your child or children, your connection to your child. It's still there even through all of this. Look for those small micro moments. Maybe it's sitting on the floor and playing with your child 4 or 5 minutes. It doesn't take much. Connect with them. Share a little bit of laughter. Watch a show together. Cook something simple or make something. You could do a craft. Have a car ride conversation. These are one of my favorites. Go for that walk. Maybe take a little trip around the block. Take the dog with you. Or if you need to, leave the dog at home, but take your child. Hug your kids longer. Give them a nice big squeeze and tell them you love them. Say, I'm overwhelmed right now, but I love you. Let them know your body is changing too. Share, if you are comfortable, for them what perimenopause is. Repair moments when you snap. Remember the 3 R's of a relationship. There's the rupture, the repair, and the reconnect. Always have that conversation, even if it's hard. This is self-compassion and connection in action. We can do both. We can get through perimenopause and also have relationships with our kids, because 2 things can be true at the same time. Parenting in perimenopause is unbelievably hard, and you also love your children or your child more than anything in this world. And you are allowed to hold space for both. And you got this. You will get through this, and you are certainly not alone on this wild journey in life. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of the Unapologetic MidLife podcast. If this episode resonated, please share it with another mom in midlife who needs to hear she's not alone. Make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and join our growing community of midlifers redefining what midlife looks like and feels like. Give us a follow on Instagram at unapologetic_midlife, Facebook, the Unapologetic Midlife Podcast, or go to our website, the unapologeticmidlifepodcast.com. We'll see you soon. Remember, until next time, give yourself some grace, prioritize your health, and remember you're not failing, you're evolving.